Let's begin in Parliament. The National Assembly is still holding a session that's continued into the late evening right now. In a show of discontent, the main opposition party has launched a filibuster to stall a legislative proceedings in a contentious counterterrorism bill. Of course, the National Assembly Speaker used his authority to bring this counterterrorism bill for a vote directly to the floor. Our Shin Se, our parliamentary correspondent, is following this story at the National Assembly, and we go live to her. Se-min, can we expect the session to end anytime soon?
Conn, good evening. It doesn't look like it's going to end anytime soon. Just a little over 3 hours ago, the delayed regular session here at the Parliament kicked off. Now, as I said, with the filibuster in action, it doesn't look like it's going to end anytime soon. Now, just a little over 3 hours ago, at around 7 p.m. this afternoon, the session began with the National Assembly Speaker Chung saying that it's almost impossible to have the two rival political parties compromising on the issue of counterterrorism. Now, with it, the Speaker implemented his authority to put the bill to a plenary vote, something that he has announced earlier in the day. And it's also what invoked the main opposition, the Minju Party of Korea, to request a filibuster later in the day to stall the legislative proceedings. Now, the main opposition camp is certain that they will continue the standoff by taking turns to deliver some 5-hour-long speeches until the February extraordinary session ends, which is scheduled to end on March 10th. Now, at the same time, the ruling Saenuri Party is on full standby, just waiting for the filibuster to end. Now, they've reiterated their determination to eventually gather for a full plenary vote afterwards.
Now, Se-min, this is not something we see every day on a daily basis at the National Assembly. Lawmakers going through hours-long sessions, not knowing when it will end. Now, what you said about the opposition party continuing the filibuster until early next month, is that something possible? Is it something that we should look out for?
Well, theoretically, yes, but with just 50 days left until the April 13th general election, and with the two rival parties agreeing on the country's new electoral map this Tuesday, it's unlikely that they will continue it through then, because that new electoral map is scheduled to be put to a vote at the session scheduled for this Friday. Now, and to give you a little bit more background, the issue of counterterrorism bill is something that had been putting all stops to the legislative procedures up until recently. For one, the disagreements between the parties over the counterterrorism bill had been the main sticking point for the electoral map bill until the last minute. The counterterrorism bill will establish an anti-terrorism center within the country's top spy agency, the National Intelligence Service, of which the opposition camp is claiming that it will only empower the agency to make it easier for the government to read into the people's bank accounts and wiretap and phones. The ruling party and the government, however, have been urging for the passage of the Counterterrorism Act, as it will help protect the country from potential terror threats coming from the north and elsewhere. With the parliament at a standstill again, it is unclear whether the rival parties will even vote on and agreed upon the North Korean Human Rights Bill, along with some 70 other non-contentious bills. That's all I have for me now. This is Shin Se reporting live from the National Assembly.
Thank you, Se-min. That was our Shin Se from the National Assembly.